Hi everybody, I'm Rebecca from DevourDinner.com. Happy Sunday everybody and welcome to my studio. I'm excited to be here. I hope you are too. We're gonna make a fun and delicious recipe that I've been making a lot this summer because it's tasty and it is so easy to make without heating up your entire kitchen. And what's better than that, right? So as you hop on in, please say hello, let me know where you're from. As always, we're gonna take just a few minutes to make sure that all of our technology is set up correctly and working correctly and that you can hear me. We are live on both Facebook and on YouTube, and I'm getting the thumbs up that we are indeed live. So that's the first hurdle. The second I need from you at home. In the comments, if you'll let me know if you can hear me okay. We just want to make sure that that volume is good before we get going. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Sounds great. All right, Kathy, you are the winner chicken dinner today for telling me that our sound is good. I'm excited to be here. Wow, what a week. Hi, Amy. Amy is from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, hi Amy. Amy is from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group. She's the admin over there. Oftentimes we have many of her other admins and moderators on as well. And if you're joining us from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group, hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm from DevourDinner.com, where I focus on easy to make recipes for busy families using common ingredients. What does all that mean? It means this website started with a love and passion of teaching my own sons how to cook their family favorite recipes, and it has grown from there. I do focus a lot on Instant Pot recipes as well as air fryer recipes and a lot of tips and tricks along the way. So welcome Amy and the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group. We sure appreciate the love and support that you give us, so big hugs. Hi Juanita, how are you? Juanita is watching over on YouTube. Welcome over there. Make sure to give some thumbs up over on YouTube. That is my very struggling channel over there. And it looks like we have Dee also who said, hi, you're coming through good on YouTube. Love it. Thank you so much for that feedback. That certainly helps. Hi, Catherine. Catherine is from Fergus Falls. Love that. Susan from Minnesota. Sherry from Nebraska. We're doing great today, you guys. Listen, okay, this recipe, do you ever have recipes where you just sort of throw things together and then it actually turns out and you're like, whoa, that was good. And you keep alternating and changing it and morphing it along the way for some different flavors? Well, that's this recipe, okay? You need an Instant Pot and you need your air fryer. Of course, we're gonna make rice in the Instant Pot. You could use a rice cooker. You could cook your rice on the stove. You do you, it's okay. But I'm gonna show you how I cook rice in the Instant Pot. And then I'm going to show you this air frying recipe. In the meantime, get your air fryer heating up. I tried to post the ingredients of what I'm going to be using so you can kind of make this along with me today. And I'm going to be posting it in the comments a little bit too to help you out. But first, let me drop the Instant Pot rice recipe. Now this first link that I'm dropping, this first link is for white rice, but I'm also going to drop the link for brown rice. In case you prefer making brown rice in the Instant Pot, you'll have the directions for brown rice as well. Always important. So let's drop both of those. And, ooh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, we're back. Okay. Rice is not hard at all. Pretty simple, in fact. In fact, rice is a great beginner recipe because it really is that easy. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a generous 1 cup of rice. Now, the reason why I say generous is because I know that that's what will feed my family for today. If your family only needs a cup, just do a cup. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna teach you all the tips. The tips. You guys, I'm struggling today. Please give me thumbs up. Give me support. I am having a day. Okay, so we're gonna take our rice. You can rinse your rice, get the extra starches off your rice, and pour it into your pressure cooker. Now, for doing rice on the stove, it's a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 parts liquid, 1 part rice. And that's when you're cooking it on the stove. But when you're cooking it in the pressure cooker, a lot of people like to do a 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 cup water to 1 cup rice. And that's traditionally what people like. I like 1 1/4 cups liquid to 1 cup of rice. That's just me and my family. It could have to do with the elevation. I don't know. But that's what we like. So you do you. It's all going to work out the same in the end. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of onion powder to it. Not a lot, a little half teaspoon. And then I'm going to add chicken broth today. Normally you would add water, but I want my rice to be a little more flavorful. We actually could add a little bit of butter as well if you wanted, but I'm just going to use chicken broth in my rice. There we go. How's that? Can we see it now? Sorry. Okay, so we've got our rice, we've got our chicken broth in there. This is ready to go. So we're gonna close the lid. Remember to close the pressure valve in back, and we're gonna set the front panel for 6 minutes. So you'll have to adjust your controls, plus or minus, to adjust it to 6 minutes. And then it's going to take just a minute. Watch that front panel for me. So in just a minute, we're going to hear a beep. And that beep, right there, there's the beep. The beep tells us that the pressure cooker has accepted the readings that we've put in. That's always important. You want to hear that beep. That beep is kind of your signal to say, okay, it's now going. Then that bottom element inside of the pressure cooker unit is going to start heating up. As it heats up, it will heat up your liquid inside. So the chicken broth is going to get hot. It's going to come to a boil, and it's going to create steam. Steam will create pressure, and pressure will seal off the back of the pressure valve, and that little pin in back will come up. Now, depending upon the model or the brand of electric pressure cooker that you're using at home, will depend on if that button comes up flush or comes up tall. Every brand is just a little bit different. It doesn't matter. As long as it's doing what it needs to do on your particular model, you're just fine. And then we wait. Now it's going to take a few minutes before it comes to pressure. And when it comes to pressure, this front panel here is going to change. Right now it says on, but it's going to change, and it's going to read the 6 minutes that we set it for. Those numbers are going to count down in numbers. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then when it hits 0, it's going to beep at us. That's telling us that the cooking process has now completed, and it has gone into what's called natural pressure release. Sometimes you see it listed on recipes as NPR. And we're just going to allow that natural release of pressure by the unit for 6 to 10 minutes. Sometimes I do 10. If I'm doing a bigger batch, I do 10. If I'm doing a smaller batch, I do like 6 or 7. It all works. It's okay. You got this. And that's how you cook rice. So while that's cooking, let's make the good part of dinner, okay? So let me push this off to the side and make sure that we're going over here. And now we're gonna make this chicken and vegetable mixture, all right? I'm excited about this because it means I get to eat it for dinner, and we love that. Now there is no recipe, not yet on my site. I'm sorry, we haven't gotten there yet. But I'm gonna put over in the comments, I just roughly typed it out so that you can see it in one place and understand what I'm doing. We got a lot more people on here now. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Sigrid. Hi, Susan. Hi, Trelva. Let's see, did I get everybody? I don't like to miss you guys. It's fun to chat with you. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go top down so you can see what I'm doing. Now, we need vegetables, right? So I want you to choose the vegetables you want. We love carrots, broccoli, zucchini, mushrooms, sometimes bell pepper, sometimes cauliflower. You do you. Pick 3 or 4 or 6 different vegetables. The more vegetables you do, the less of each one you're going to want. Otherwise, you're going to have so many vegetables, it's going to get out of control really, really fast. All right? And no, there's not really measurements because it doesn't really matter. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm taking these little baby carrots and I'm lining them up. This one's weird. That one I don't like. And I'm just going to take my knife and I want to cut these up. Carrots are the most heavy, dense of all the vegetables. So you want to make sure that your carrot pieces are smaller than your zucchini. Okay? Zucchini I've cut big and chunky. So this is my zucchini. There we go. You can see how big and chunky it is. Zucchini breaks down really, really quickly, where a carrot doesn't. So you want your carrots smaller, your zucchini bigger. Keep that in mind because that is important. So I line up my carrots like this and I get a big old knife and then I just start right across them. And some are bigger and some are fatter than others. But in the end, it all works. And then I have this little bit of carrots. Okay, so if you want to see those size up close, those are my little carrots. Oops. And then my little zucchinis that are bigger. See the difference? Okay, super important. Now, since I've already cut up my zucchini, I'm going to throw those in. I've also got broccoli. Now, broccoli, I like the little size, but they do break down really quickly. It's just what I personally like. If you like bigger chunks of broccoli, then do bigger chunks. And then, hold on. I like mushrooms. So we're just going to, now these mushrooms, I've removed the stems and I've washed them. And I'm just quartering them because again, mushrooms break down, right? So you don't want little tiny mushrooms. And this way, if somebody doesn't like mushrooms, they're easy to pick out. Okay, so we're gonna toss that in as well. All right, now chicken. You're gonna cut up your chicken breast and you're gonna cube it. So I like to trim off all the extra fat. I've already cubed up a little bit of chicken in here. This is about 4 ounces of chicken, not a ton, just enough. And then I'm gonna add some Redmond's garlic salt because I want to season up that meat. And I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper. And I'm gonna toss this all together. I'm gonna break up the chicken because right now that chicken is all in a clump and I need each of those cubed pieces to be separate. So we're just stirring it up. Naturally, those carrots are gonna drop to the bottom. Don't worry, it's fine. After you've tossed it, you can see if you want a little more pepper, maybe you want some seasoned salt. There's a whole variety that you can do. But then, this is where you get to choose at home. Go to your fridge and pull out a bottle of salad dressing. Okay, tell me your favorite. I want to hear in the comments. What are your favorite salad dressings? Do you like Italian? Do you like ranch or cilantro lime or honey mustard or Thousand Island or a Russian or a vinaigrette, a raspberry poppy seed? You tell me. I want to hear in the comments what you guys like. Hi, Phyllis. Sigrid says, did you grow that zucchini? Anyone else have a garden? I try every year, but I'm rarely successful. Oh, no, I did not grow that zucchini. I have to apologize to any plant that comes into my home because it probably will die. In fact, it's inevitable. So I apologize to the plants first because I feel bad for them. But a lot of people have gardens where I live, and it's pretty easy to get friendship zucchinis from them. Amy likes the Skinny Girl poppy seed or the Caesar. Oh, great choices. Sigrid, Greek salad dressing or a blue cheese. Wonderful. Catalina, Peggy says. Okay, all great choices. Choose your favorite. And this is what I like about this recipe. The first time we tried it with one kind of salad dressing. And it turned out so good, I was like, oh man, I'm making that again, but I'm changing the dressing. So today I'm trying a honey mustard, which I have not tried before, on this little batch here. You're gonna put probably about 1/4 cup and then toss it. And if you need to add a little drizzle more, add a little drizzle more. You want everything coated, but you don't want it drenched, okay? Now hear that again. You want everything coated, all the vegetables, all the chicken, you want coated, but you don't want it drenched. I'm gonna put just a tiny bit more. I don't know if you could see, that was just like little drops in places to help disperse. Some of those carrots I wanted covered a little bit more. Now, here's my next tidbit. This is best if it has time to marinate. In one of my busy days, I thought, oh, I can whip this up super fast. I can pour it on and I can cook it in the air fryer and it'll be fine. It was good. It really was good. But the ones that I let marinate for a couple of hours are so much better. So this, I'm gonna let marinate and I'm gonna cook this later tonight. But I wanted you to see what I did. This is a little serving. When these vegetables cook and break down, this will be like a large portion for one person. Maybe 2 small lunches, we'll see. But here, I have this. Now this is Italian dressing. I don't know why I didn't do it the same, now that I'm thinking about it. This has been seasoned, salt and pepper, all of that kind of good stuff. And we're now gonna add it to the air fryer. Now the air fryer has been preheated. So it is hot, although it's sat a few minutes. And we're gonna pour this in. Now here's the thing. If you're trying to feed a family of 3 or 4, you might have made too much, because remember, we don't want to stack this thick. So sometimes I have to do this in 2 batches. We just have to kind of see where I'm at. Oh, I could put it all in. I was trying really hard to just get the right amount. So to give you an indication, this is 1.5 chicken breasts. This is a smaller head of broccoli. This is 3/4 of a regular size zucchini and a bunch of carrots. And that's what I got to fit in the basket. Now we're gonna cook this at 350 degrees for 8 minutes. Then we're gonna shake the basket and we're gonna cook it for an additional 6 to 8 minutes, depending upon how you like your vegetables. That's what it comes down to. So let's see. We'll get that started. That's what I got. Okay, our rice has 1 minute left, so that we're gonna hear a beep in a little bit. And then it's gonna go into that natural pressure state. And then we want a 6 to 10 minute natural pressure release before we open up the rice. And I wanna teach you a few tips and tricks with the rice. There was the beep. When we open up our lid, and this doesn't matter if you cook in a rice cooker or an Instant Pot or on the stove, or even if you bake rice. If you were to immediately take your rice paddle or a spoon and scoop out that rice, what happens to your rice? All right? The rice kind of smushes together. Well, it works. But if you want light and fluffy rice, what I want you to do is I want you to take a fork, and I'm going to show you here on the rice when the rice is all done. But we're going to lift the rice and we're going to scrape it and lift it up little by little until it's just fluffy and nice, which is so much more appealing to serve, but it's also more enjoyable to eat and have with a meal. So that is my rice tip, and I'm going to show you that when our rice gets to that point. So Bill is talking to Sigrid about, I tried to garden a few years ago, but ended up planting a Dutch oven pit because it was more successful with Dutch oven cooking. That's true. That is absolutely true. We had this garden area, and we had all the cute rows, and we were trying really hard. This is when the kids were young, and we failed horrifically. Our neighbors did great. And so we took out the garden and we built benches and a fire pit with a ring around it, a really nice ring around it that we could put our Dutch ovens in and use charcoal and Dutch oven cook. One thing I don't share very often is we love Dutch oven cooking, and we've been Dutch ovening for years and years and years and years. We do the old charcoal how to do, and it's so much fun, so much fun. Okay, Dee says ranch peppercorn and golden dressing. Those are great ones. Patty says it's called fluffing the rice, and I do it all the time. Patty, thank you for that terminology. We need it, right? Everybody should know how to fluff your rice. Totally agree to that. Ooh, Michelle says a balsamic vinegar or a honey. Yeah, both of those. Balsamic vinegar or honey mustard. So see, this recipe, the possibilities are endless. You could even do a teriyaki sauce. Marinate your vegetables and your chicken in a teriyaki sauce. So easy, so good. Remember, I do have that homemade 10-minute teriyaki sauce on my website as well. And I bet if Bill's thinking about it, he could grab the link to that and drop that in the comments. But there's so many fun things. All right. I used Redmond salt. You guys know I love my Redmonds. I was using today the garlic salt. I didn't use the regular salt, but I love my Redmond salt. If you want to try Redmonds, I'm going to drop a link. It is an affiliate link, but there's a code. Use code DEVOURDINNER, one word, all caps, for your discount. Why do I love this salt over a traditional table salt? I get asked that quite often. First of all, if you look at this salt, let's go top down because I want to show you. Okay, there we go. So a traditional salt is white, right? Come on, focus. There we go. I don't know if you can see, if it'll focus, but there's little flecks in here. You see that? This salt has an earthy flavor to it. It tastes like salt, but it has an earthy flavor to it. It enhances your food so much more. It gives it that extra pop that traditional table salt doesn't, which is why I really love it. The cool thing about Redmonds is they make like a seasoned salt blend that is the bomb. It's fantastic. They make a garlic salt, an onion salt, your regular salt. They make this in a coarse, or this is the fine. They also make it in a popcorn. So the popcorn is super fine, which is fun. They make a whole bunch of other products. They make a natural toothpaste. They make a facial mask. They do all kinds of season blend, taco seasonings, garlic, or no, lemon pepper in the grinders. They do a drink, like an electrolyte drink mix, lots of fun stuff. But you can check out their website on the link that I just dropped to learn more about that. Our veggies and chicken have 3 minutes left. How's that? 3 minutes. Okay, Bill dropped the link to the 10-minute teriyaki sauce. That is a homemade teriyaki sauce. So if you've ever gone to a teriyaki restaurant, or I like to say the state fair, because our state fair does these teriyaki rice bowls where the teriyaki sauce is thick. That's what this sauce is. It's thick. So if you do like a rice bowl with teriyaki sauce and you want that thick sauce, this is what you want to make. And it is so easy. That's one of the first recipes I taught my boys how to make, because they love the teriyaki Asian flavors. And so they make their own teriyaki. Sigrid, how's your shoulder doing? Funny you asked. I was going to talk about it. Really good. I'm still in physical therapy, but I might, cross your fingers, not next week, but the following week, I might get to graduate from physical therapy. I'm so excited. I still have trouble getting on and off blouses. I don't have much strength yet. I'm up to 10 pounds that I can lift. So we're doing a lot better. My rotation is fantastic. I've got full rotation, which is great. It's just the strength and the mobility that I kind of get hung up on. So really good. Thanks for asking. All right, we're down to our final 40 seconds. I'm using today the Kusori Turbo Blaze. Let me drop a link for that as well. The Turbo Blaze is one of their newest air fryers. And there's a number of things that I love about it. One of them being it counts down the last minute in seconds, which is just a novelty fun that I like. But you can control your heat better. You can control your fan more. The basket is still the 5.8 quart, so it's like the same size as the other Kusori air fryer. It's a little quieter overall, which I also like. So that's kind of fun. Let's go top down. Now, this is cooked for 8 minutes. Looking good, right? So what we're gonna do is, let me get a spoon out. I just want to kind of toss it. Now, normally, like if it's French fries, you can shake it. This isn't gonna shake. And the reason it doesn't shake is because that chicken kind of helps glue everything together. And so we want to break up any clumps of chicken. Now, just by looking at this, I'm going to do this probably for 5 minutes, because that chicken is, I'm going to do it for 6. We'll do it for 6. There we go. You can see what that looks like. Doesn't that look amazing? Truly. Bright, fun colors. Like, it's just amazing. Whoops, 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 whoops. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. All right, our Instant Pot has been releasing the pressure now for 8 minutes. We're gonna let it go just a couple of minutes, or now 9 minutes. We're gonna let it go 1 more minute, and then I'm gonna release the pressure. As we release the pressure, move your pressure cooker away from your cabinets, away from any low-hanging lights or things like that. Please do not put a towel over the top. That will gum up the mechanism. The steam does need to release. It does need to go out. But if for some reason you're using your Instant Pot or your pressure cooker and it starts spitting out debris or liquid, close the pressure valve and stop it. Don't freak out, just close it. Super simple. It's called intermittent pressure release. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. And as you can see, I just used my finger. But if you have one of the rice paddles with the notch in the end, this is an excellent thing to use to adjust and open and close that pressure valve. It gets your fingers 8 or so inches away, which for many of you at home is a stress point. It's hard to open that up. I have been cooking with a pressure cooker now for years and years, and I'm so accustomed to it, so it's okay. Kathy says, this looks yummy for a great summer meal. Mid-90s and humid in southern Maine for the past couple of weeks. Kathy, here in eastern Idaho, we've hit triple digits. We're under this massive heat advisory, hoo-ha, whatever, and it's super muggy outside. Now in comparison, typically if we get up to low 90s, we're thinking it's like blazing hot. And we are in a dry climate. So to be triple digits and muggy is like way too much for us here. It's tough. All right. Now let's fluff this rice. Oh, let's get this lid off first. All that steam is gonna come up and I really don't like it on my camera. So we're gonna let that go. And we got my fork. Okay, so there's my rice. I'm just gonna take the tines of the fork and I'm lifting. I'm just lifting the rice. This just helps it to not clump together. See how easy that is? And I'm not digging clear to the bottom and scraping, I'm just doing little bits to help just break it up. There we go. There's our rice. So easy. So easy. Peggy says, I've never had luck with rice. I just cook mine on the stove. Okay, Peggy. If you are at sea level or a lower elevation, do a 1-to-1 ratio. 1 cup rice, 1 cup liquid. Cook for 6 minutes. Allow a 6 to 8 minute natural pressure release and then release it. Try that. If you're up in elevation, add a little bit extra liquid. So I do 1 1/4 cups of liquid to 1 cup of rice. Try that. See if that helps. Juanita says 110 in Northern California. Yeah, I lived in the San Francisco Bay Area growing up, and we would get hot days, but we did not get that. Hey, Bill. Never mind. We'll be good. Okay, we're gonna move this out of the way because my chicken and rice is about done. Oh, and I want to tell you, are you guys interested in the clear protein from Clean Simple Eats? Because they had a drop on that on Friday, and I think they still have some left. And it comes in 4 flavors. So this is a tropical orange, this is a blue raspberry. My absolute favorite is the prickly pear, and then they have dragon fruit. And these are available, and I have a code. I'm loving these. I sip on them when I'm working. I've given them away to friends who are sick. You know when you're sick and you don't feel like eating, but you need to get something? Clear protein has been so easy on their stomach, and they mix it with electrolytes. It's like amazing. So let me drop that link because if some of the flavors may have sold out. Like it is so popular. But you use code DevourDinner at checkout for any of these flavors or any of their protein. But these have been fun, especially in the summertime because it's clear protein. So it's 20 grams of protein. It's lactose free. There's no artificial ingredients and it's clear. It's not carbonated. It's just clear. Okay. I tell you about that because these sell out and so many people are sad when they can't get a hold of them. Ho, 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 look at this. Let me go back. Here we go. Where are we at? There we go. Is that beautiful? The chicken is like all roasted up. You can see the broccoli has turned. Okay, hold on. I got it too close. The broccoli has like roasted around the edges so you can see that like darker roasting and stuff. Like so good. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna push this to the side. We're gonna get some color. we need some color so you can see what we got going on here. We need more dark so you guys can see. How's that? Does that work? Okay. Let's get some rice. Now, this dish would also work really well with some cauliflower rice. If you want to just go really low carbs, you can do that. And then, I didn't think this through for a while today. We need some of the green in here. How's that? We'll just serve right from there. There we go. Okay, can you guys see that? Look at that. Is it beautiful? Now, here's a fun tip. I like to take a little bit of the salad dressing and drizzle it on top, just to get that extra pop, not a ton. Like don't think like as much as you'd put on a salad, because remember, this already has a lot, but I do like a little bit for the moisture and just to give it that extra pop. Okay, so if you notice, I want you to pay attention here. Here's one of my zucchinis right here, front and center, right? It is not so soft that it falls apart. Where is it focusing? Hold on. I want you to see this. There we go. It is not so cooked that it falls apart. You know how zucchini gets mushy really quick? By doing the bigger chunks, it doesn't get mushy. It is still cooked. It is still cooked all the way through, but it is not crunchy. Make sense? And it's not soggy. So good. Now the carrots. The carrots to me always come out a little more crunchy, but not bad. And it's because carrots are so dense. So if you cook them nice and thin and little like this one, it'll be cooked and it won't be crunchy. So good, so good. And then we're gonna pull this. See how that broccoli is just roasted around the edges? The flavor is amazing. You get the natural flavors of the vegetables plus whatever dressing you put on it. So I put Italian on this one that I cooked. Remember, the one I prepped has the honey, the Dijon honey mustard. Oh, it's so good. Like, This has been our favorite summer recipe. So good, because you can change up the flavor. I've even gone so far as to prep the vegetables and just put them in a bag and put them in the fridge. And all I got to do is cut chicken, and then I just prep it at lunchtime and let it marinate until dinner. And it's an easy, quick recipe without heating up your kitchen. It's amazing, amazing. So I want you to make this at home. I will get this on the website eventually. I promise I will. It'll be there. In the meantime, you guys now have it because you stayed and you listened. And I so appreciate your support. You have no idea how much I appreciate your support coming and watching these lives or watching them on the replay. So thank you. Thank you for all the love, for the support. A big shout out to Amy from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group. If you're coming over from that group, welcome. Again, I am Rebecca from devourdinner.com, and I love to help you at home with some great recipes on how to make your life just a little bit easier. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Peggy says, yes, brown rice typically takes longer to cook than white rice. Yes, that's correct. I dropped the link for the brown rice Instant Pot recipe. I can do that again. But it does take longer. So let me drop that link so that you can find that again. And for kicks and giggles, I will also drop the white rice recipe. And then I'm gonna look and make sure we don't have more questions. Ooh, the teriyaki. The teriyaki is not opening. Okay, let me go grab it for you. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. Patty, I just dropped the link, so that'll pop up. Let me go back here. Sigrid says, have a great week, everyone. I will be live next Sunday, same time, same place, with another great recipe. Kathy says, thanks, Bill. Shar says, yummy. Ooh, Peggy just said, I just finished some corn on the cob in my Instant Pot. So easy using your recipe. Yes. Will you go over to the recipe on the website and leave a comment, leave a star review? Google likes it. It helps me. It's a simple thing you can do of saying, hey, I made it. We loved it. It was perfect. It was easy and didn't heat up the house, because it's so nice. Sigrid says, very pretty meal. Hi, Phyllis. Phyllis says, thank you. I was able to catch you today. Always good to have you. Char's here as well. Juanita says, beautiful looking dish. Lots of yummies, all the things. All right, for anybody who has shared this live, whether into another group or on your Facebook page, thank you. I so appreciate it. Thanks for all the love, the support, and everything that I do. It means the world to me. In the meantime, make this week. Take a picture, tag at Devour Dinner so that I can see it, and let me know, did you like it as much as we do? All right, everybody, have a fantastic Sunday. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I know there's lots of things going on with family reunions and vacations and all the different things, and I'm so grateful for you in spending the time here with me on a Sunday afternoon. So I wish you all the best. Big hugs, and we will see you next week, same time, 3 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, everybody, bye now.